Welcome back to the ACB Wrestling Talk channel, your main source for wrestling news and wrestling discussions. I'm, of course, your host, Alexis Carrillo, and let's get into some wrestling talk. Now, if you're a fan of Impact Wrestling, and if you've been following Impact Wrestling for the past year, like I am a fan of Impact Wrestling, and I've been following that product pretty closely, although I am a little bit behind right now. But if you're a fan of Impact Wrestling, as every wrestling fan should be today, you've noticed one particular main event star that has not appeared in a very consistent basis on the Impact Wrestling TV show, on their weekly broadcast, currently on the Pursuit channel, about to move to Access TV. And that man is Killer Kross. We haven't seen Killer Kross since his loss in a first blood match to Eddie Edwards at Slammiversary all the way back in July. So it's been 2 months, almost 3, and it doesn't appear like he's going to be a part of the road to Bound for Glory. So if he gets to work out a deal with Impact Management, then he'll most likely return either at Bound for Glory or after Bound for Glory. Of course, these are all rumors because the wrestling websites, most of them, are reporting that Killer Kross did not want to continue to compete with Impact Wrestling under his current deal. He felt like he was of much more value to Impact Wrestling and as such, he asked for his contract to be improved and to be more compensated in a monetary form so that he would remain with Impact Wrestling. Obviously, Impact Wrestling, we've seen it ever since 2014. They're pretty tight on the wallet. They don't have as much funds as they used to, so a lot of cuts have come by over the past 5 years for Impact Wrestling, along with tons of main event superstars leaving the company. So they're pretty much at a standoff amongst each other. Right now, if you ask me, it doesn't seem like Impact Wrestling is going to budge on offering Killer Kross a better contract, and it doesn't seem like Killer Kross is going to budge on his stance that he deserves to be greatly compensated, or more greatly compensated than he already is. So, best case scenario for both parts is to just part ways, to let Killer Kross leave Impact Wrestling, let him have his opportunity at WWE or AEW or New Japan Pro Wrestling, wherever he may land, because Impact Wrestling, ever since Scott D'Amore and Don Callis arrived, they've toned down the backstage drama a ton. They haven't had a lot of backstage drama over the past almost 2 years under these two men reign or regime under Impact Wrestling, and that's the last thing that they want, is to have some backstage drama to pull attention away from their current in-ring product on TV, because like I said, their Impact Wrestling product on the Pursuit channel is highly entertaining. It is one of my favorite shows to watch, and it has greatly improved since the Spike TV days. Unfortunately, they decided to improve once they were pretty much at the bottom of the food chain in terms of TV networks. If they had put on shows like this during their Spike TV era, then it would have been another story. But now Impact Wrestling is stuck in this position due to their own past mismanagement, and thus they've been forced to release many main event superstars, and it seems like Killer Kross is just going to join that list. And honestly, if you ask me, like I said, I really do hope that he joins that list, because look, Killer Kross is someone who is highly talented, someone who was highly entertaining. I was touting him to be one of the world champions, one of the main event superstars for Impact Wrestling for years and years to come. It didn't work out. You move on and you bring up some of the younger talent on the roster. That's just the way it has to go. Okay, Killer Kross has his own view on how he values himself, and Impact Wrestling feels like, well, you're worth this much, and we're offering you this much. And again, this is all speculation. These are all rumors up to this point, but hopefully we get to a satisfying conclusion on both ends Because when we talk about wrestling, when we talk about sports entertainment, we should be talking about the in-ring product, the TV show, the production values of the show. We should be talking about that and not backstage contract disputes. So anyway, what do you think? Leave your thoughts and comments on the comment section below. Do you think Killer Kross should be offered, what he asks for in a new contract with Impact Wrestling? Or are you more of Impact Wrestling's stance of, we're offering you this much because that's what we can afford, that's what we think you're valued in, and if you ask for more, there's not really much we can do other than wait and see what happens. So anyway, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you dislike this video, hit the dislike button. That's it for me. Till next time.